Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you a full picture view of my sixth graders ELA components. I know I'd shared her curriculum with you guys, but definitely people have been asking, like, how do you make all of those ELA components come together for a full picture for your daughters? So I'm going to do sixth grade for you guys today, and then coming up I will also show you a fifth grade. I'm just going to bring it all together, and hopefully this will give you a really good idea of how we work through all of the different ELA components, English language arts components for my sixth grader. So the first thing is her grammar component. She is doing daily grams by Easy Grammar, and then she's also doing the Easy Grammar as well. Daily grams, just as it says, she does it every single day, Monday through Friday. There are 180 days worth of work. That is her grammar. And then she also has Building Spelling Skills grade 6 by Evan Moore that she is doing. And there are like 30 lessons within that curriculum that takes her to 30 weeks. Each lesson is 5 days. Then she also has word roots. We have been working through word roots since last year. She started in January of 2023. She's still working through that. It says this is for grades 5 through 12, so we're not in a hurry. It's vocabulary. There are 30 lessons in here, and each lesson is 1 week. She also has handwriting. We're using the Good and the Beautiful handwriting level 6. She has her reading journal, and this is where she does all of her reading reviews for any books that she reads that are independent reads, not our family read alouds and not her literature studies, which I'm going to be showing you guys as well. Then she has 2 things for writing. The first thing is I call this our family writing, which is really just for my 5th and my 6th grader, but this is Writing Strands Beginning Level 1. The girls pretty much do this independently. We do read, every 2 weeks there is a Bible lesson or scripture, and that's what they write over for 1 week. And so we do read that scripture together and talk about that for that specific lesson. But the rest of the time, I simply go over what they are supposed to do, and the girls work on this on their own. And they do this Monday through Thursday. Stick with me. I'm going to give you details of what they do when, and then some of this we stop at certain points of time. So I'm going to share that too. And now her independent creative writing, she is only doing this, none of my other daughters. And this is The Pirate's Guide to the Grammar of Story. I just did a flip through on this, and I will link it down below for you guys. But this is her independent creative writing that she does every week. So now you're probably wondering, how do you all fit that together? I'm going to start with what she does 1 time a week. This. She does this only on Fridays, and I allow her to go through. She reads the story, she does the questions, she does a lesson. There are maybe like 18 to 20 or 30 lessons. I can't even remember, but she does this once a week on Fridays only. For writing, she and her sister do this Monday through Thursday. Now this is set for 5 days a week. However, there are 2 days within this curriculum. The pattern is the same, that my girls can complete 2 of those days together, and it's not too much work. It's simply like answering some questions about a book that they're reading, and then something else where they have to do just some short writing. So they are able to do 2 of these days in 1 day, which allows them to finish this on Thursday to make room for creative writing on Friday. The reading journal is only done as she finishes a book. So whenever she finishes a book, she will go through here and she will do a reading review based off of the book that she just read. So if she finishes 3 books in a week, then she has 3 reading reviews to do. If she does 1 book every 2 weeks, then she has 1 reading review to do. So it's all just based off of when she finishes. These reading reviews do not take her long at all. They're very quick and to the point. It simply asks like a summary, their thoughts, the author and title of the book, the rating, the date at which they finished it, and then there's questions, quotes, and then an illustration if she feels like doing one. Sometimes she doesn't even do the illustration, or she may not have any questions that about the book or whatever. So it may not take her that long. So that's how she does for her reading review. Handwriting. She simply does 10 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, for handwriting. And that is it. If she does not complete a page within that day, then she just doesn't complete it. But I just want them to get accustomed to doing the cursive. The Good and the Beautiful goes up to level 7. And so she's on level 6. So next year will be her last year, if she decides to do handwriting again next year. I don't know, we'll see. Her handwriting is actually really good. So we're just going through this because really, honestly, she asked. She wanted to do the Good and the Beautiful's handwriting again this year. She enjoys the pictures and the different activities and reading the scriptures within it. And so I said, sure, let's go for it. So that's why she is doing handwriting again this year. And it's only 10 minutes. They literally set a timer, and when the 10 minutes is up, they're done. Word roots, she does every day, Monday through Friday. She also has typing that she is doing as an elective 3 times a week. She is in the process of typing a paper, and so she actually does typing on the computer more than 3 days a week because she's working on typing her paper, but actual instruction for typing is 3 days a week, which is Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. That will remain the same no matter what else she is picking up. She spends 20 minutes a day on typing. Now with spelling, this is a little different. There are 30 lessons, 5 days a week, test on Friday. However, I do not require them to go through the week's lesson, but if they only miss one on their pretest as far as spelling, they do not have to do the week's lesson. So there are times where they can do 2 or 3 tests in 1 week, and that'll put them ahead. I just want them to be able to spell the words, and if they can do that without having to go through the entire lesson, then that's what we do. There are times where they want to do the lesson. I believe already, we haven't been in school this long, but I want to say that she is on like week number 10. And we haven't been in school for 10 weeks, but she's able to take the test and get through it. Easy grammar and daily grams, she does them every single day. So some other components that are added into her ELA are her literature studies. I'm going to share with you guys the 3 literature studies that she is going to be doing this school year. We haven't started them, so I'm going to give you a timeline on that as well. Her first literature study, I say it's her first. One of the literature studies that she's going to be doing, she gets to choose the order in which she wants to do these literature studies. It's totally up to her. But one of the literature studies that she will be doing is the Esperanza Rising. She's actually already read the book, but is excited to read it again. So here's the book. And then one of the other books that goes along with this literature study is What Was the Great Depression? So she is going to do these. Now, each of these literature studies is set for about 3 weeks, 13 to 14 days. So it will take her about 3 weeks to do this, just moving at the pace for which Moving Beyond the Page suggests for the literature studies. So you say, oh my gosh, is she going to be doing literature studies and grammar and spelling and vocabulary and handwriting and all of the things every single day? No, she will not. When she picks up a literature study here, she will put down spelling, vocabulary, grammar, except daily grams. She will continue daily grams. Daily grams takes her about 10 minutes a day, maybe 15 if she's like not focused. And then she will put down her handwriting as well. We will also put down writing strands because within this literature study, there is also writing, there's vocabulary, there's spelling, there's grammar work. So there is no point in me just really driving home all of these at one time. So when it's time for literature study, she will do a literature study, she will do daily grams, and because she requested it, she will continue with her creative writing, and she will also continue in her reading journal. That is it. For a 3-week time span, that is what she will focus on. All of the other stuff will be put down so that she can focus on those. So now let me show you the other 2 literature studies that she's going to be doing this year. The second option is Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, and here is the book for this. Every single one of the Moving Beyond the Page literature studies suggests that your child complete them within a 3-week time span. So 13 to 15 days, I believe, is somewhere in there. And so that is what we're going to do. We're going to do 3 weeks. That's 5 days a week. That's 15 days. And that will be her literature studies. She gets to choose the order. I'm not exactly sure which one she's choosing, but she gets to choose the order. Another literature study that I found, and I will put a picture of it up here. I actually found it on Teachers Pay Teachers, is the Operation Sisterhood. And she will do a literature study to go along with this book. She's really excited about it. I actually think this will be her first literature study that she will do. But that's how we're doing literature studies. Now, when are we incorporating them into our schedule? I'm going to link the video down below where I shared our 7 weeks on and the 8th week off. Brenna will start doing her literature studies, our second 8-week rotation. We are coming up on the end of our first 8-week rotation. So weeks 5, 6, and 7 of the next rotation, she will take 3 weeks to do whichever literature study she chooses. Even the Operation Sisterhood literature study takes 2 to 3 weeks. Then we will go back into our regular work. Now remember, for literature studies, she will not be doing all of this stuff. She will put this down. Once the literature study is over, she will pick back up on her spelling, vocabulary, easy grammar work, writing, and then handwriting. And then when our second or third, actually 8-week rotation comes around, weeks 5, 6, and 7, she will put it down so that she's able to do another literature study. So our last 3 8-week rotations are when she will put in the literature studies. This first one, we're not doing any literature studies. We're just trying to get our feet and pattern going. She's excited about continuing this creative writing, although I suggested that for those Fridays when she's doing the literature study that she put it down, but she doesn't want to. And I think that's gonna be plenty of room for her to be able to do all of those because she will not have all of this to do. So recap really quickly, literature study weeks, she will have a literature study to do, her reading journal, daily grams every day, and then on that Friday, that's 3 Fridays in a row, she will do her creative writing curriculum. When she is not doing a literature study, she has all of this to add in. She has spelling, vocabulary, easy grammar, and her daily grams, handwriting, her writing strands curriculum that is Monday through Thursday, and then she will do her creative writing on Fridays.